because beauty was about not being paid by someone on time, right?
Yeah.
And being fucked over in the industry. And
We'll bleep that. Welcome to episode 1 of the Harry and Gary podcast, where we will talk about ourselves and the music industry and mainly our times within it, to be honest. I'm Gary Cunningham.
And I'm Gary Cunningham.
That's Harry Cash.
And I'm Harry Cash.
And I'm Gary Cunningham.
Yeah.
I'm Gary Cash. As you can tell, we're not going to take this remotely seriously. This is just an idea where we piss about, to be honest, and talk about ourselves. So, do you want to talk about how we met first?
Yeah, so we met at a rock school when we were probably about 8 or 9 years old. I remember going because I'd had a few lessons on guitar. I'd been learning guitar for about probably 2 years.
Right.
And my dad had this idea that it'd be cool to get into a band.
Yeah.
And he thought, why don't you advertise to find other band members? Bearing in mind I'm only 8 years old. So it's like, I'm looking for band members to be my band at 8 years old.
Yeah.
Right? And I wasn't singing at the time either. So it was a bit strange, really, that I was looking for a band for me.
Yeah.
Like a band for me.
To play guitar to.
Yeah. And we went into Billericay Music Academy. And we asked if we could put up some posters. And they said, don't do that. There's a rock school here. I think it was the same day. I think it was the same day or the weekend. Come back and join in with the rock school.
Oh, right.
That's how we met.
Well, how I got into that band, right? I was already in a band with. It was like they did like different age groups. Like they tend to do. You like a little bit old, Harry.
Yeah.
Let's see how messy you get throughout this whole episode, shall we? So yeah, I was part of a band of the rock school already in like a younger group. And Big Gary, we called him, Gary Edwards, shout out to Gary Edwards, came into our rehearsal and said, "No, listen, I'm putting a band together. Bit of things for the older kids. Gary, do you want to do it? Do you want to play keys?" I was like, "Oh yeah, da da da." I said, "Dad, can I stay? And he went, "Oh, go on then." And I just had a fit. I was like over the moon. And I actually remember the conversation, the first thing you said, actually in that waiting room. Because Gary was standing and goes, "Right, this is a new group we're putting together. Everyone go around and introduce themselves." And you went first. And he went, "What's your name?" You went, "Harry." Mm-hmm. And everyone went, "What?" And your dad went, "Harry." You went, "Oh, Harry, nice to meet you." And we were in a band for how many years?
Well, it was only probably a year and a bit.
Was it really?
Years. Yeah.
Was that before?
Oh no, maybe 2 years. Maybe 2
years.
2 years, yeah.
And we did all sorts. We did like Summer Fates, we did Billericay's Got Talent, and we won. Because, we're that good. Yeah. And then you left first.
Yeah, I went first.
Yep. Then I think I followed shortly after.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
Now, we've been friends ever since, haven't we, really?
Well, there was a period of time where we didn't really speak as much.
Yeah, no. Because Harry went to Mayflower School and I went to Billericay School when we went to secondary. We never went to the same primary. And when we both left 10.2 and both went on to do our own solo things, we didn't really cross paths. And then we went to the same college, studied the same course, and then we were friends. You're right there.
I just found a conjoined twin.
A conjoined twin? What, on you?
No, inside the package.
Oh.
No, not here.
Brilliant.
But no, I think when you go to when you live in the same area, but you go to different secondary schools, and this was before social media. I think you don't really stay in contact.
No, not at all.
I think the difficult thing with people don't speak about enough when you're younger as well, especially if you're doing same club or something. If you stop doing that club and your parents stop seeing each other, then your parents don't stay friends. And it's very difficult when you're that age if your parents don't stay in touch.
Yeah.
Well, they're the ones that drive you there and stuff. So technically speaking, sometimes your parents can choose your friends and who they stay in touch with.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I remember when you did the open mic night. Now I don't remember. So Gary went to an open mic night that I'd already been to a few times in Billericay at Reed's, which is not there anymore.
I think I asked you about it. I think I remember sending you a message on Facebook.
Yeah, maybe. On Facebook. Yeah. But the thing is, I don't remember that. I don't really remember seeing you. I vaguely remember hearing, and I vaguely remember you performing. But I don't recall like the first time I saw you at Reed's. I don't recall that.
I do. I remember. So my dad, your dad, and us two were there, right? And it was the first time we'd seen each other in years and years and years. And you sung "I Can Make You Feel Good" by Shalimar. I remember it. I've got this vivid image in my head.
Oh, bloody hell, we hadn't seen each other in ages.
No, we hadn't seen each other in a long, long time. And you'd done all sorts by that point. You'd gone on tour. You'd done BGT.
Wow.
Yeah, you'd done all sorts. And I was just starting out. So actually, a lot of the time, before we went to college together, I was messaging you, asking you for advice and stuff. Because I'd only just started on my own sort of thing. I'd never done the thing on my own. And my first solo gig was actually a restaurant piano player at the Ivy Rooms.
I remember you having that one regularly.
Yeah. And that came and went a few times. I did that a few times. And then the Ivy Rooms went and then became Reeds. And then we went to Reeds together. And we only went there once together. And it just so happened we were going on the same night. It wasn't even arranged, I don't think. And then we went to college and we were on the same course. Because I'd done my first year of AS levels, hated it, and then came to South Essex and you were starting level 3. And then we've sort of been friends ever since, haven't we? But we were in separate classes at first, weren't we?
The first year we were separate classes. But I remember seeing you all the time and jumping on your back and apparently someone asked you, "Oh, do you know that kid?" And you said no.
I always used to go, no. So they used to believe me. They used to be like, really? I'm like, yeah. Because every time we see each other, because our breaks would like intersect. Yeah. You come by, Gary, do you know him? No. And then in year 2, we were in the same class, and I swear the tutor deliberately put us against each other.
Yeah, we were in the same class, yeah. But do you remember the first year where you thought we were in the same class? For a brief moment, and you came in.
It wasn't even that. I knew we wasn't. But out of protest, I stayed in the room with you until
we were doing singing.
Yes.
And we were singing "Sitting on the Dock of the Bay."
Yes.
It's funny because I now teach that song like every day.
Oh God, I couldn't. Yeah, because I knew that, because I wanted to be in your class, right? I remember going home after the first sort of day where I didn't find out where I found out
musicians.
We
did have.
You did.
Yeah.
I wanted to be in your class and I wasn't. And then I come home and I said to my dad, "I'm not in Harry's class," and I was really annoyed. And my dad went, "Just go into his class." Like, what's going to happen? So I did, and I got called out and put into the other class. Yeah. And then we were in separate classes for that year, and in the second year we were put in the same class, weren't we?
Yeah.
And that's sort of I don't think we ever shared a stage together in the same class. We didn't, because you...
No, we didn't. No, the groups, if I can remember, the first college gig I played bass and I sang. But one of them I just sung. And even then at the time, that was like one of the very, very, very few occasions I'd just sung. And like anyone watching this who plays guitar regularly and sings will understand that when you sing just without your guitar, it feels so strange. And I remember having to actually like perform a little bit and move about the stage a little bit, and it just felt so wrong. I remember my parents were late to that first gig as well.
Were they?
Yeah, I remember playing bass. They missed the first one. I don't think they were that interested in the college gigs, to be honest, because they'd seen me play a lot before anyway.
Same with my dad. It was just another thing.
They didn't really care much or how I got on until the last year when I was with Ryan and Sam and with Jack. And we were 50 Shades of Gain. Yeah. It was a great name.
Yeah, it was. And I actually remember when you first came up with that name, the course leader, Hayley, was like, "You can't be called that." And you were like, "Why not?" He was like, "Because of the connotation to 50 Shades of Grey." And he just went, and it stuck. And to be fair, and I said this to you at the time, and I'll say it to you now, like, you were the tightest band on every
we were
gig.
The best band at college.
It was it was really good, and it was funny because you could tell that although you took it seriously, at the same time you didn't. Like, you know, you go into your rehearsal and there'd be fucking like bags on the ceiling and all sorts of shit.
I'd come back from the toilet or something, and my bass, because it was a small scale bass, it was lighter as well, and they'd found, fuck knows where from, they'd found duct tape, and it was taped to the ceiling, and so was my bagel as well.
Your bagel,
which my mum had made me for lunch that day. I remember putting it on Facebook, and she was like, "Oh no, the bagel."
Big up Caroline.
Yeah.
We'll get her on the podcast at one point, special guest. She made this tea, by the way, and I must say, Caroline, it's very lovely.
You made it.
No, Caroline made
You fraud. I thought you made it. I'm going to pour it all over your mouth now.
Caroline made it. I walked in to go and make the tea, and she
Yeah.
was in there doing her thing. I was like, sick.
I see.
Problem solved. And then if we zoom all the way forward to now, we went to separate unis and stuff, but we started a little project, didn't we?
Yeah.
Which we can actually, should we go into Geth now and how it formed, or should we save it? What do you reckon?
No, we can talk about how Geth formed.
Because it was fucking mental.
It was.
Can I just say,
Yeah.
right? Literally, the whole plan was to have something for Harry to release his next. He did Exploration Part 1, which was sick, by the way. We started Exploration Part 2, or you did.
Which was an LP.
Which is an LP.
An LP where I thought, right, about time I put more effort into producing. I learned some stuff at college. And that kind of feeling when you learn some more stuff at college and you want to put it to use and you've been inspired. So it was great. It was great, to be honest. But when I started the second one, didn't really finish it. I was second year of university. I was definitely at a point where my ability had got better, but my creativity wasn't as I didn't have as much of a spark.
Yeah.
And I wanted to, I had the occasional idea, and that's what I wanted to platform through something else other than myself. I saw other people do it, and I thought, I don't want to be the only one promoting my music. So that's how it started.
And literally that night, oh my God, I don't think is that the night we didn't sleep?
Yeah. There was several nights we didn't sleep.
Yeah, thanks to Geth.
But I found the notes recently that wasn't Geth meant to be. We were going to we had ideas for a gig at first, something as well.
Was it a gig at first?
There was and that's why I can't work out. When I look back at the notes, I can't work out whether it was a song that we wrote for someone else, Hedel.
Yes, yeah.
We wrote a song for someone else. I can't. When I look back at the notes, it's not apparent whether we wrote a song for someone else and thought, let's platform this through a label.
Yeah.
And try and put on a gig.
Yeah.
There were some names like Harry Adams, Kate Forgan.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Or if it was the song. But I think we initially had the idea a little bit of the label.
Yeah.
And we thought, oh, you were like saying, well, what song have you got? And Beauty was being written at the time.
Yeah.
Which is mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, you know.
And then we went on and we finished Beauty. This is no joke. We'll even find a screenshot if anyone really wants it.
Yeah.
We finished Beauty within a week, didn't we? We're talking recorded, mixed, mastered, done. And I remember we did not sleep for that first few weeks of Geth. And since then we've been going for 5 years? Probably a bit longer now.
Yeah, it must be longer. It's coming up to 7 years.
Coming up to 7, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And we've done all sorts now. We've just finished working with a band called Density. They did really, really well. They've gone on to do their own thing now, which is really cool. They've got a gig coming up actually at the O2 Academy, which is awesome. And we've worked with several artists of several different genres, and we created Geth to give people, like you say, a platform, didn't we? Really?
Yeah.
Because in our sort of circle of our industry, we were like, well, there's people that want to put their own music out. But they didn't know how to, and Harry and I had the knowledge and everything else to do that for people, and that's what we spent sort of our time doing, and it sort of ebbed and flowed.
I think it was good as well, because when we started it, no one else of our age and people who'd come out of university and college who were studying alongside us that we knew previously were doing similar things. And the thing is with this industry is you've got to have fingers in multiple pies.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
You know, if you pardon the pun, you've got to spread yourself thin.
Yeah, you do.
You know, across photography, videography, content creation. Don't giggle.
I'm just nervous you're going to say something that's going to get us cancelled in episode 1. So,
but I think we wanted to show, and I definitely wanted to show that I can do a bit of everything, but I wanted it to look good.
Yeah,
and it was really important that it was
polished,
neat and professional, polished looking. And when we first started. And we spent a lot of time not just posting everything, not just we could, because we made a few vlogs as we were going to start with, and a few video diaries, even you filmed.
Yeah.
But we didn't put them all out there and put them on together and everything because we had not. What was I saying?
We didn't want to produce content for content's sake.
No content for content's sake.
Yeah.
Don't do content. Content
for
sake.
For sake.
And So when we had something, we waited until we had more of it. I had more of these things that were suitable for YouTube. Do you remember the video with the pug face? That was great, wasn't it?
The pug face and James Corden.
Yeah, the album artwork for this song Beauty, which had no relation because Beauty was about not being paid by someone on time. Right?
Yeah.
And being fucked over in the industry. And
we'll bleep that.
And yeah, exactly. And there's this pug face. It had nothing to do with the song, and we decided, well, actually, let's still make it seem like it's a thing we can latch onto.
Yeah.
And I spent a bit of time, early days of editing, and put it over my face, and we had an interview with James Corden, cleverly cut up where I could intervene. And
because you took audio clips from an actual James Corden interview, didn't you, and put it all together
and answered his questions.
Yeah,
which is quite clever, you know.
And literally nobody knew. It was so funny because we deliberately didn't attach ourselves to Geff, and everyone would be like, "What's Geff?" Like, don't know. And to be honest, I don't know about you.
Geff as well.
Huh?
What's Harry doing?
Yeah. I don't know about you, but I actually, as much as I like being able to say that we've got our own label and stuff and we've done this, that and the other, I preferred it when no one knew who the fuck we were. Because we had so much more freedom. But when we did like Geff vlogs, which obviously we've actually privated now.
Oh
no, thank you.
You sure?
Yeah.
Do you want it on your shirt?
You know what? Go on then, we'll try a milk bottle.
Have a milk bottle. Well, what you got to do? You got to bite the top off.
What?
And then drink it.
Sorry, that is...
And then...
That is really ashy. Look at that. Can you see that? That is residue from the milk bottle and not anything else. But yeah, I preferred it. Sorry for everyone that can hear us chewing down the microphone. Fuck's sake.
I just blew down it.
Brilliant. Well done. Yeah, I preferred it when people didn't know who we were. But the good thing to people knowing who we are is that we can go to networking nights and stuff.
And I was just about to say, it was... After a while, it became a good opportunity to show off ourselves, and it has been hard at times.
Oh God, yeah.
And I think we've kind of relaxed the idea of that. The reason sometimes we don't want people knowing as well is that we don't want people to get the wrong idea and think that this is meant to be our everything.
Yeah, because it's not.
Because it's not. It's not. It's still, for me, I'd like to see Geth is still fun. It's meant to be enjoyable, and fun, and making stuff. Like this, you know.
Yeah, being creative, because ultimately that's what we need. And I've recently quit my teaching job at a school, and I wrote a TikTok. I made a TikTok about it.
You wrote a TikTok.
I wrote a TikTok.
Yeah. About
it, and basically I just went, you know what, this is the best thing I've ever done. I can finally be creative again, because I think as musicians and creative people, if you're not creative, you actually become quite depressed. I certainly did. So thank God. No offense to anyone at my school who I'm not going to name for obvious reason, but thank God I put my notice in. If you're thinking of quitting teaching, do it. Because honestly, yeah, do it. Trust me, do it.
Yeah,
I'd get that in there. Right. Have you got any funny stories that you want to share? No, you know what? We need to have a rant.
Okay.
Right. Now, what's it called? Ask Italian. That's it. Ask Italian.
Oh, yes.
In the local high street, where I used to live, but Harry lives now. Right. What was it they did? They tried to get...
There was an advert saying musicians wanted... with a little guitar poster and stuff on one of these Facebook groups that you get.
Musicians wanted, da-da-da.
And I think it was just on one of the community groups as well. Because so-called, normal people who don't play instruments who aren't gigging probably think it's quite sweet that a local restaurant wants some musicians.
Yeah.
But at the bottom of it, they even said, can you believe it? We can't pay you.
Yeah, we can't pay you, but we'll give you exposure. Now, I don't know about you, Harry, but I don't think I've ever paid any bill in exposure bucks, have you?
Yeah.
No.
Isn't that the biggest load of bollocks?
It is the biggest load of bollocks. And this is something that really...
Ask Italian, go stuff yourself. Honestly.
Good. Yeah. Like a pizza. Very good. No, to any sort of local venue, okay, if you're going to hire musicians... Pay us, please. The same for
the restaurants, like...
Yeah. Because you're obviously paying your wait staff, your like business rates.
And this is an important dilemma that I hope we'll get clips in this. I've never understood why, if a restaurant or a hotel books a musician, why they think they're going to gain something from it in terms of people pool.
Yeah.
That's not what you're doing it for.
No.
Your business should already be great.
Yeah.
Right?
We are there to add to it.
If you're a hotel and you've got guests staying, I don't go, I'm going to stay at the Hilton because there's that jazz player who plays every Monday or whatever.
Yeah.
I might not be there.
No.
That's a load of rubbish.
No.
Same with restaurants.
Yeah.
Like, I might choose to go to a restaurant because I know it has music.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be the be all end all. Like, the person playing is not playing loud enough to pull people in from the high street into your restaurant. And sometimes they get the hump when they think, I don't know if we can afford this. Well, then don't do it. Don't do it then.
Simple as.
But don't try and get people to play for free because that's just condescending and just outright rude and unprofessional.
Yeah, and I get that obviously, like, you know, when we were young, we had to start somewhere, and everyone's got to start somewhere and everything else. And like sometimes
that's what open mic nights are for.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
But even like charity gigs, like I remember when I first started, I did the odd charity gig for nothing and that. And there's always that debate, isn't there? Should charity gigs should we be doing it for free because it's for charity? And like, as much as I want to sit here and go yes, you know, at the end of the day, the bar staff in that venue are getting paid. The venue is being given a higher cost by this charity to hire their thing. The videographers, the photographers, the bouncy castles, the face painters, I guarantee you they're all getting fucking paid.
Yeah.
Right? So why is it that but the ones that probably have more fucking talent are getting shafted time and time again?
I think people who organise things see it as a nice addition.
Yeah.
A nice and additional thing. Oh, wouldn't that be sweet if we had some music?
Yeah.
But if it wouldn't be sweet if we had some music, well then you get up and play.
You get and fucking
Karen, who's going to wash some dishes later on.
Yeah.
You know, like, they don't realise the person who you're going to be employing, and I say this a lot as well, they don't account for the years that they've studied. To get to a point where they can comfortably play something without lyric sheets.
Yeah. We all just pull a song off the top of their head, so forget their next song. You know, like I performed at an open
requests.
Yeah. Like I performed at an open mic on Tuesday night, and a friend from work came to watch me play, and she was like, "What are you going to do?" I went, "I don't know. I'll decide when I get up there." And I did. I pulled 3 songs out of my head, and I just played them.
And people find that fascinating.
But it's literally, all right, cool. It is a cool skill to have, and I do like doing it. But that's because we've been doing music for a long time.
Yeah.
And we have all these songs stored in our heads. Yeah. So a message to venues, mainly to Arc Italian: 1, fuck you. 2, 2, please pay your entertainment, because, you know, if you want us, we deserve money, because we put the effort in to get there. So yeah, right, we've got a little bit of time left, because we don't want to go on forever, because people do get bored. Are there any stories from either our time in 10.2 or just generally that you think you'd like to share?
No,
none at all.
No.
Wow. not even right. Not even this song that we supposedly wrote that I don't believe that we didn't write, that we wrote.
Oh, in 10.2, yeah, very quickly. We did write a song. It was called Superstar or something.
I don't believe it.
Right, and it was in C.
Right, okay.
Do you remember that I spoke to you about this recently, and you said that you thought you might remember, because I got annoyed that you couldn't play some kind of chord or whatever.
Was it B? Was it B? No, because a B wouldn't be in it.
It was something like D major or something.
That's terrible. That is.
And I went over to, was it Mark?
Probably Mark, yeah.
And me and him were sat. We were in the room where it actually had an upright piano.
Right. Okay.
We went over to the upright piano and we worked out a bridge, whatever you want to call it. Section. And I can remember. I can envision just a little bit of it being written on the board. The song, Superstar or something. And it was our only original.
Our only original?
It was our only original song. But to be fair, we were only like 9.
It couldn't have been that good, because I don't remember it. So
I can't believe I don't remember it.
It must have been shit, to be brutally honest.
Did we even record it? I can't remember.
No, we didn't. We did do a little CD, but they were only covers. That's all I remember. Right, we're going to shut up now. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Until next time, au revoir. If you got anything you want us to talk about, let us know. Peace.